we are helping. We are helping a lot of people. And again, as I said, this is a mission. This is a mission for all of us. Let's just enjoy, the process of helping and promoting health. There's a lot of companies and a lot of groups out there are doing the same. We don't need to compete. There's no competition. We are all part of this grand grand experience of life. And yes, so disclaimer, all right, this is a certified household electrical equipment, all right, certified safe to use. So this is not a medical device, very clear about that. So anything about your health care, go back to your doctor. If you have a doctor, all right? If you don't have a doctor and you believe you are the doctor of yourself, then fine, good for you, right? So that is very clear, and we have to understand that, all right? First timer here, Heather from Lancaster. All right, everyone. All right. Khaled also. All right. Jerry from Arizona. Welcome. And we have from Bacoor, all right, from the Philippines. Is that from Alea from Bacoor, Philippines? All right, now, this wonderful quote right here, this just stumped me like, wow, really? Mr. Mehmet Ozi, he's a medical doctor, and he's been into his industry, his practice for many, many years, and he said this, the next big frontier. Wow, this is like Star Wars, right? the next, what do you call that? But anyways, the next big frontier in medicine, all right, he's a doctor. He said is energy medicine. The next big frontier is energy medicine. Wow, that's huge, all right? And let's add into that, because we're going to build upon this wonderful science, the science of healing the body through energy and frequency. Now, Dr. Joe Dispenza has a lot of scientists and a lot of doctors with him, and they're into quantum, quantum stuff, quantum reality, and all of this. I mean, he's a great speaker. You can Google this man, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I think most or a lot of you have heard about him. I love following him. And he said, according to the quantum model of reality, we could say that all diseases is a lowering of frequency. Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. How do we lower the frequency? We know how. It's our lifestyle. It's our thoughts. It's our emotions. It's the food we eat. It's the lack of exercise. It's our negativity. It's the toxins, the radiation. A lot of stuff's lower energy. The bottom line is, if the energy of your body, of your cells is low or weak, you have a weak, sick body. And it will turn out to have disease. Disease is just an accumulation of all these toxins and all this bad, wrong lifestyle. So we need to understand that by increasing the frequency of our body, we become healthier. That's the bottom line. So this is the IteraCare. For those of you here for the very first time, that's the brand's name. All right. We have 3 devices. The lineup isn't complete. We have a lot of news for all of you. It's going to get better. This company will release, a lot of great devices. Focus on our health. Devices, not more of pills and what you're taking. This is more of devices, like machines, like wands like this. And it's going to get better and better and better as we go along. You have to understand, this is the 5th generation, all right? This miracle or magic wand, the premium, the metal one that you see on your screen, is the 5th generation. The 3rd generation is the Pro device. The 4th generation is the classic device. Now, of course, if there's 5th, there's going to be 6th, 7th, 8th. Down the road is going to get better and better and better. And we call this revolutionary. You don't just call any product revolutionary if it does not meet the standard, the criteria that you're called a revolutionary. And why is that so? I'm going to show you along the way. This is the world's best handheld sauna device. Handheld. When you say sauna, it's about heat, right? You buy this infrared sauna, it costs a lot of money. $8,000 $10,000. Of course, it's huge, it's big, you sweat and everything. Well, you don't need to buy that, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have, fine, use it every day, fine, because why? We have a cheaper one here. This device You localize the heat. If there's a discomfort in your body, like your back, switch it on and blow it there. That's how easy it is. And you know what happens? Your body begins to respond. And it will strengthen the self healing ability of your body. That is the science here. Now, let's look into these videos, and you might be asking, how do you use it? Where you use it? Who's going to use it? Well, human beings, of course, but it can also be used, all right, by animals. Your pets can use this device amazingly. Why? Because this frequency is a powerful frequency. It is a frequency that does not resonate with human beings. It is also very healthy for animals, for living things. All right. That this is my fish. This is my famous fish called Lazarus. Everybody knows the story of Lazarus. He was overfed, supposed to die, swimming upside down. And my little boy was like, Daddy, my goldfish is dying. Oh no. And I said, bring it here, bring it here. All right, we put it in a green basin, and I started blowing on the water for 5 minutes. And guess what? Guess what? No exaggeration here. Guess what? He started to swim. Instead of upside down, he started to swim straight and become so active. And he's alive. He's resurrected in that sense. And so my children said, why do we name him Lazarus? Because he's resurrected from almost dying. And I said, yeah, so we call him Lazarus. All right. Dogs, cats, fish. We have a lot of testimonies of dogs. You can check it in YouTube. Coach Ryan, had this testimony with a dog named Cowboy, and it's an amazing story. And this old guy here, this is in the hospital. He had stroke for 3 years. And when the nurses started to blow the IteraCare Pro on his back for 30 minutes, even on his head, all right, he started to speak few words. And this is what happened. This is what's emotional here. The wife, of course, you love your husband. The wife started to cry. Cannot believe it. What? You're starting to talk. And what is in this device? Why people are, let me use the word crazy about this device, And it's not just in China, America. This is in Malaysia. This is in Sarawak, Malaysia. This is an acupressure point therapy clinic. All right. You can check Dr. Chris Teo in his Facebook page. And he said, over 10 years of my practice, I've not seen such a device that can accelerate the results of my therapy. And so he modified it. Modified in his actor point, really amazing. And this is what the device can do. You can use it in clinics, in spas, hospitals, in therapy centers in China, in therapy centers in India. And in India, there are over 1,000 spas using this device. Even COVID therapy centers. We also have in I heard in some of our places here in the Philippines. So they're using this device. This will become a ubiquitous device. This will be common in every household, like microwave ovens and hair dryers. And this is the news. This is the good news. You are the pioneers. You are the spearheads of this great revolution. So yeah, the Lord will bless us because we will share this to the world, and blessings will come, and a lot of people will be empowered and will be healthier. Now, let me show you some testimonies here. And this testimonies, again, as I always say, this is not some sort of gimmicks or Photoshop. All right. We didn't try to modify anything here. This is first hand and third hand, and these were sent to us. This is our distributors. This is my brother here. You can see on the first day he did the first demonstration to this old lady. She had stroke, and after the stroke, she's paralyzed. She cannot move. Entire body is just flat, cannot move. And of course, the family wants to do everything. And so thank God for IteraCare. And they started to do a lot of intensive therapy every day, like 3 times in a day. And guess what? On the 8th day, this lady started to lift her 2 legs from parallelism, like moving nothing, right? Started to lift her two legs and started to kick in the air. And on the 53rd day, she said, I think I can walk. Of course, with the help of walker, she stood up after months of being, paralyzed, and she boldly walked. And today she's walking better. That's amazing because of IteraCare. We have Bell's palsy. All right, you can see the huge difference after 8 days of therapy, like almost 100% better. Look at this lady here. This is one of the first testimonies that the company sent us. Even with this old guy, you can see his eye bug huge and it's shrank. He also has Bell's palsy. Wonderful testimony. So the technology here, the frequency here, is able to activate the cells and revive the muscles and tissues, and that is good. So if you know somebody who has this, you have to recommend the IteraCare device. Alzheimer's, you can check in Google. You can see there's a rising of Alzheimer's disease all over the world. There is a rising. Like every year, it's just getting more and more people are just into Alzheimer's, like having a lot of this problem, right? From old and even young children are having Alzheimer's. Could you believe that? I don't know why, right? But anyways, someone who has Alzheimer's or is agitated. Look at this old lady here. She was agitated, and when they started blowing on her, she started to close her eyes, and she started to become very relaxed. The frequency relaxes her nerves and tissues and muscles. And we have arthritis. You can see the face of this lady. She's teary-eyed because she said, wow, for the very first time, she cannot close her hands. She was in pain. And after 15 minutes of therapy, she's able to close her hands again. It just restores the circulation and the movement of her muscles and joints and tissues. That's amazing. This is my favorite, paralyzed. This leg is supposed to be amputated. You can see that. You can see the picture here. It's really dark. You're going to cut this leg because it's dying. Right? It's almost dead. So they are blessed because they have found IteraCare, and they started blowing. On the second day, you can see immediately it just got lighter. Third day, fourth day, and on the fifth day, you can see life has flown again. Circulation, oxygenation. No need to amputate. And this is it. He's able to walk again after 15 treatments. Wow, that's just wonderful. No wonder people said this is a miracle device. Thyroid nodules, frozen shoulders. This lady, all right, huge thyroid goiter, and after 10 therapies, significantly shrunk. This is Mike, and Mike is saying, this is amazing. I cannot lift my hand without, every time I lift my hand, it's painful. But after 15 minutes, he's able to lift his hands 80% higher without pain. That's amazing. That is amazing. Weight management. So if you want to lose weight, now no exercise here, is just blowing on the belly. So if you want to cut some fat on your belly, and you see that it's huge already, well, you can use the device. All right. Just use it every day, and use it 10-15 minutes morning, probably before you sleep. Do it again, and you're gonna sweat because this is hot. Like this premium, I like the heat. It's just good for me. All right. Wow, just stop blowing it, okay, and then blow it there, and then you will notice it's gonna start to melt. If I may use the word melt, it's gonna start to melt those fats, all right, through sweating. And the frequency also has the capacity, the ability to remove water retention in the body, because sometimes it's not just fats, it's water. All right. So if you want to help your body lose weight, use this device. We have seen a lot of testimonies, not just on bellies, also on arms, on the neck. Oh yeah, by the way, I remember we had a leadership training last week, and here's this wonderful man, 73-year-old man named David. I don't know if David is here listening to me. He's from Australia, and he married a Filipino. I met him, and I'm really honored to know this guy. And he said he has this like lizard-like wrinkles, under his jaw, his neck. And he said, you know what, Nathan? I said, what? Well, it looks good now. Yeah, this was worse, man. It looks like the lizard wrinkles, you know? I don't know what you call that, but he said lizard. There's the word lizard, he said. So it really looks like ugly. 73-year-old guy, but he looks 50, 60. Such energy. I said, David, what happened? And you know what? Look at my neck. I said, yeah, it's good. It wasn't like this. Before IteraCare, it looks ugly like a lizard wrinkle, you know, like the skin of the lizard. And I said, looks good. Yeah, IteraCare. And he has energy. I mean, the vibrance is there with this guy. I don't want to call him an old guy. You know, he's just vibrant. So David, salute to you, man. We have a lot of testimony for people who wants to lose weight, the skin, the wrinkles. Right, look at here. Talking about skin. Look at this. This is severe psoriasis, and after 2 months, you know, with all the bleeding light here. Wow, this is really discomfort. You know? You're not comfortable with this kind of skin, right? I think she used a lot of ointments, went to the doctor probably many times, but with not much result. And you can see after 2 months of using IteraCare, look at that. Even with this little girl, this baby here, all right? And after using the Pro device for 4 months, her baby skin is back. Vitiligo case got better after 5 months. I never thought vitiligo would get better. I thought it would be like that because it's like an inborn disease, right? Look at that. All right. Well, it's not a disease, it's an abnormality, by the way. So look at that. It just fares off the skin after 5 months. We have 3 years of skin disorder, got better after 4 days of therapy. And after 5 days, look at the scalp of this guy. If you can see it clearly, you know, the flakes are almost gone after 5 days. And we have also instant result. So if you want to lessen your wrinkles, even the dark areas of your eyes, dark spots on your face, look at this. This is after 15 minutes. And you notice, you know, the skin is glowing. I always say this device has a glowing effect on your skin. And I will tell you why the skin glows, you know. Every time I take a bath, after I take a bath in the morning, my routine is always to use IteraCare. And after that, you know, after using it just 5-10 minutes maximum on my face, you know, and after that I can see I look fresh. My skin is glowing. And then, yeah, it makes sense because of the crystal. Later, I will talk more about the crystal here. Now, this is COVID-19. All right, this is COVID-19 case here. This is Miss Ida. This is me and my wife. You can see us in this little tiny picture here. I met her last week in an event, and she said, "Oh, the IteraCare helped me save my life." You know, Miss Ida had COVID-19, and she was admitted in the hospital for 25 days. And the doctor said, "Well, it's gonna take you 3 months more." She was like, no, because, you know, in the Philippines, I don't know, you're there in the US, in the Philippines, people who are admitted to hospitals, a lot of them died in the hospitals. I don't know why people died in the hospital. You shouldn't die in the hospital, right? I mean, as much as possible. But there's a lot of people died in the hospital during the time, during the COVID. All right. You would rather survive if you stay at home. But of course, they go there. She wants to save her life. She said, I had enough. She went back home. But of course, with oxygen, she's breathing really hard. And again, it's my brother who was invited to introduce IteraCare, and he started blowing on Miss Ida for 40 minutes. And guess what? After 40 minutes, she took that oxygen off, able to breathe, you know, a little comfortable. There's a lot of improvement. She stood up and she started dancing. No, my brother was there. He's with me today. He's in my house today. And every time we talked about this, and of course I talked to Miss Ida. I said, Miss Ida, and she said, you know what? After that, all my friends, I have to share IteraCare. All right, to all my friends. She's like an ambassador of IteraCare. You could imagine, you know, something, a device like this that saved your life. You become an evangelist, right? Now, breast cancer. This lady, she was in excruciating pain. Now, this does not cure. We don't say it cures cancer, but it's a very powerful device that can relieve pain or manage the pain. You know, people with this disease or this case has a lot of discomfort in the body, like pain, excruciating pain. And after 22 days, 90% of the pain relieved and 30% of the lump reduced. That's amazing. Eye problem, cataract, glaucoma, extra protein in the eyes. You have, teary eyes, lazy eyes, and all this. It's good because it helps revives the eye muscles, activate healthy cells. So it helps your eyesight. Helps your eyesight. So if you ask me how many minutes, well, 2-3 minutes per eyes. Go for 5 minutes if you can. Remove your contact lenses and also your eyeglasses, okay? And kidney failure here, 74-year-old man in dialysis 3 times in a week, and after 9 days of blowing on his kidney, drinking charged water, he's able to urinate 3 times a day. And based on lab test result, his creatinine from 7.18 it went down to 4.41. Another one here from India, his creatinine was 8.2. After 2 months again, it went down to 2.8. That's significant reduction there of his creatinine. All right. And we have osteoporosis, 93-year-old lady. Wow. She was bedridden, bedridden. And it says here, unable to move even an inch. This is not me who made the text here. It's not me. This is his son who sent us this photo and the text. Yeah, she has to remain in bed, unable to move even an inch. I don't know how you do that. You cannot move even an inch. Nerve impingement causing great pain, osteoporosis. But after 2 months of using the IteraCare, all right, with the therapy, the blowing guy, the water, she stood up and started to walk, and now doing track cycling and singing in karaoke. Marvelous recovery here. So I always encourage my listeners, my participants in the Zoom meeting, if you still have your parents and your grandparents, all right, thank God they're still alive, give the IteraCare as the best gift for them. Give it to them. You just have to explain. And what is this? My son, what is this? All right, you just show them the video. Mama, use it. Mommy, use it. Grandma, use this. This is what you do. You blow it. Give it to them. I'm sure they will be so happy because old folks, they have a lot of discomfort in their body. All of us will become old eventually. But this is a great gift for our old folks, for the elders in our family. All right, now let's go into the science, the medbed technology, this chamber, this pod. You see this in movies, right? The sick people, broken bones, and all these actors and soldiers, when they get in, and after a few minutes of some sort of regeneration with light and frequency, they go out scratch free. They look younger, right? You've seen these. In fact, they use this chamber to travel from interstellar, from one dimension to another space. But this is science, and according to science, this chamber could be a reality by 2050. This will replace hospitals. What's the idea here? The idea here is frequency and energy. This is what Hippocrates said. The natural healing force within each one of us is the greatest force in getting well. Yes, the body is really the healer itself. The body as a doctor inside, designed by the Creator to heal, regenerate, and repair. We have the capacity, the frequency, the energy within us. This is the true healers inside of us. All you need to do is to awaken. And that is in every cell in our body, because every cell in our body is a battery. We have trillions of cells. They are called mini batteries. It makes sense. The higher the energy of your cell, the healthier you are. The weaker the energy of your cells, the sicker, the weaker you are. As you go along, as you age, you can feel the energy is lesser and lesser and lesser. You cannot run the way you run before. You cannot work the way you worked before. Why? Cells' energy is just dropped over the years. We have to charge the cells, activate the cells, so that the cells will work and be optimized, so that the body becomes healthier again. This is what Hippocrates also mentioned about fevering or heating the body, how fevering and warming the body can turn your immune system on. And he specifically mentioned, if there is a way, take note the word if, because he does not know yet 25 centuries ago how to hit the bones. If there is a way to warm the bones, then every disease can be treated. Hippocrates, how do you do that? Now it makes sense. We can hit the bones, all right? We can activate what's inside the bones using frequency. Albert Einstein saw this many years ago. And in fact, when he's practicing, during his time, it was during the World War, the industrial period, where everything was all about medicine. It's all about the mechanical, the manual that we had, this old technology. This is future medicine. This is future, guys. But he foresaw it even at his time. And he said, the future of how we heal the body will be the medicine of frequency. And it's no longer a pseudoscience. It's not some new age stuff. All right. We are in this consciousness already. Humanity is fine-tuning. Our knowledge, our consciousness is increasing about energy medicine, vibrational frequency. We have fed up pranic healing, Reiki. I've saw this one energy healer, this lady. She said, she was talking about water. She said, never drink water that is not structured, because water in the bottle, water from super purified waters, they're not healthy water. They're dead water. All right. There's another Dr. Water said, never drink from all this water because they're dead water. You gotta drink highly energized, structured mineral water, right? Because we need minerals from water. And she said, every time I structure my water, it takes me time to put on the crystals and do some Reiki method and process to create the structure in my water. And she said, you know what, today with the IteraCare, no need to do all those stuff. I have a shortcut. I just switch on the IteraCare and blow it into my water. And guess what? The frequency of the water, the structured energy of the water is even better than the Reiki and the crystal that I use. She said this was more comfortable. So it's a shortcut, guys. If you're in this practice of frequency and healing, a lot of sounds, and they have bells and all those rituals. So this is a shortcut, all right? That's why it's a technology. It makes everything easier. So I'm not saying those are wrong. Do that if you're into that practice. But guys, there's a provision here. We have the most advanced, by far. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause. By far, the most advanced frequency device in the world as of now. All right, I'm not saying this is the only one. There's a lot coming. There's a lot there. All right, but by far, as far as we know, this is the most available, the most advanced. It has a 3-in-1 core technology. This is the IteraCare. All right, it has terahertz, quantum, and optical quartz. Now, quantum generates scalar energy, and scalar energy is a healing energy. Wow. Take note of the word healing energy, which means that when you're exposed to this energy called quantum, it's going to bring healing into your body. Amazing. It balances the system, and quantum is known to protect you from radiation. And we have optical quartz. Optical quartz, like in the premium, there is like a glass right over here. You can see that? There's a glass inside, all right? And it's called orangey here, right? It's not clear. It's orangey. And it's made of a mineral ingredients together with optical quartz molded together. And it is here in this nozzle. So once you switch this on, all right, there are some mechanism inside the body that generates the terahertz and the frequency. And once they pass through the nozzle, it amplifies the energy. That's why it's called an amplifier. Optical quartz, together with mineral ingredients, amplifies the heat, amplifies the energy that comes out from the device. And it mimics 1/40th of the sunlight's energy. During the pandemic, in the Philippines, in my area, in my city in particular, we're not even allowed to go out from our doors, from our gate. Cannot. There was no sunlight. Like, that was months. People were just staying inside their houses No exposure of sunlight. How can you survive without sunlight? We need sunlight. But during the time we were not allowed during the pandemic, this is the best solution. If you are not exposed to sunlight because you're living in a condominium, in a flat, all right? You go out when it's dark, you come out and it's dark. That's how you work. But please stop that, right? You need to get exposed to sunlight. So if not, then use this IteraCare device to expose your body, your skin into a sunlight's energy. And the optical quartz strengthens the aura. Now I'm going to talk about the aura, and this will answer the question why the skin is glowing. All right, and the terahertz, I call this the grand slam, the highlight technology. Now, by the raise of hands, all right, how many of you here, the first timers, you first timers, how many of you here have just heard the word terahertz? Because I just heard terahertz because of IteraCare. This is my first time. All right, not everybody knows about terahertz. Everybody knows about infrared, microwave, x-rays, and all those radio waves of frequencies and different frequencies in the spectrum. But not everybody has heard about terahertz. This is new. New stuff, exactly what I'm saying. This is new, which means, all right, which means the world will get to know about terahertz because of you and me. All right, we'll be the pioneers of this technology. And in fact, this is new because this was discovered in 1980s by American scientists. And they were just mind blown because why? This frequency resonates with the same vibrational frequency of human cells. And that is called resonance. Now, let me explain to you what resonance is. Resonance is when two objects or two entities begins to vibrate with the same frequency. It's like turning on a radio, the same channel, all right, same frequency channel, and you begin to hear what the channel is playing. That's called resonance, all right? You're connected, you're aligned. But this is the thing. When there is resonance, like a wine glass, you look at this, you imagine this is a wine glass, right? And when I start to pitch the same frequency of the glass, all right, and started to scream with the same frequency of the glass, if I reach the same frequency, there is resonance. And what happens to the glass? The glass shatters. Why? Because resonance involves increasing of energy. When there is resonance and there is vibration, the energy increases. Now what happens? The cells vibrate and weaker cells begins to charge because resonance is an increase of energy. The weaker cells charge back to normal cells, and the bad cells in resonance, they begin to self-destruct. That's the science of terahertz. All right? And when there is resonance, there is vibration. When there is vibration, there is activation. When there is activation, there is optimum function of our cells. Amazing. Isn't that amazing? All right? Woo! Amazing. Now let's go into the frequency range, all right? You can see here 100 gigahertz to 10 terahertz and 30 microns to 3,000 microns. It means it can pass through clothing, paper, plastic, and glass. It's called non-ionizing frequency, all right? So in 2004, the US government named terahertz technology as one of the top 10 technologies that will change the future world. Wonderful. 5, 10, 20 years down the road, it will be terahertz. Telecommunication, aviation, medical, water, and all of this will be shifting into terahertz frequency. Why? Because it's non-ionizing. That's why Japanese scientists call this light of life. And Chinese scientists call this God's wave band. Now, together with quantum energy, this powerful combination of healing energy, it will bring rise to cellular temperature. All right, destroying unhealthy cells in the process, and it can penetrate into our vital organs deeper and faster. Now, this is Kirlian camera. Kirlian photography is a collection of photographic techniques used to capture energy fields. Like an apple has a purplish, bright light using the Kirlian camera. A tomato, it makes sense. If you eat healthy fruits, vegetables, herbs, and seeds, you are healthy because based in frequency and energy, it has a lot of energy and light, all right? Compared to eating a burger, a slice of meat. Look at a slice of meat. It's dead. So if you're a meat eater, you keep eating meat, toxic food, fast foods, all right, do you think you'll be healthy? You can agree with me. You're not going to be healthy. And guess what? You're going to have a hard time trimming, reducing that belly over the years because your belly is going to naturally increase. All right. So, my suggestion, my friends, right? Cut down eating meat as much as possible. Try to shift, eat fruits and vegetables because, in energy wise, a lot of good energy, a lot of light. And we are energy beings. You have to understand, we are energy beings. We need to recharge the body. You eat the right food, raw foods, all right? And this is what the IteraCare is doing. It's increasing the aura inside our body. As you switch it on, the aura begins to increase. That's the glowing effect because of the crystal and because of the resonance inside this device. Amazing. Now, this is an illustration. I think this is very, very, very helpful for all of you. You know, a normal cell, according to scientists, has a charge, and it's 20 to 25 millivolts. That's the normal cell's charge. As it is exposed to bad diet, stress, radiation, emotional stress, acidity, toxicity, it becomes a weak cell. Cells that are exposed into this, you know, they go down their frequency, their millivolts, and as it reaches the 15 millivolts, that's the inflammation. All right, cells that are inflamed, they have weak charge. It's 15 millivolts. All right. Of course, it doesn't stop there. You continue eating and doing your old wrong lifestyle, and eventually some of these cells will turn out to be abnormal cells, bad cells. Like cancer cell, it's 5 millivolts. That's why they are zombie cells. They start to eat other cells, and they turn other cells into the same cells like the cancer cells, and they start to spread. This is what happens when you expose these cells into terahertz energy and scalar energy. The bad cells will start to self-destruct because of resonance. Weak cells vibrate, they become healthier cells. Normal cells becomes healthier cells. They are optimized and charged back into 20 to 25 millivolts, making your cells healthier and charged again. All right, these are the two main functions of IteraCare: actively finds and protect the good cells, actively finds and eliminate the bad cells. All right, benefits: eliminate unhealthy cells, activate inert cells, and number three, this is what I love, increases self-healing ability in the body. Your body is the best healer, the doctor inside of you. You just have to feed what the body needs: nutrition, all right, love, joy, peace, and happiness. When you're happy, energy is high. That's why, guys, you know what? All right, let me plug this in. This is very, very important. I always say this to my partners. You know, when you're using the IteraCare, use it in a positive energy. You know, don't start turning it on and say, oh, this is taking me a long time. This is very hard. Oh, I don't like it. It's very inconvenient. How can you heal the body if you're complaining? Complaining is negative energy. And this is positive energy. You got to resonate with the energy. So once you switch it on, don't complain, all right? And start welcoming and start embracing the positive energy and say, wow, I love this. Thank you for this. When you're grateful and you're receiving the positive energy, guess what happens? It's going to increase even faster the self-healing ability in the body. So this is my advice. If you're listening to me, once you switch on your IteraCare, you got to enjoy it. Please don't complain, my dear friends. Enjoy it, because once you enjoy it and you love it and you embrace the positive energy in this device, guess what happens? There is resonance even in your thoughts, even in your emotion, and it's going to create even a faster effect in the body. Do you agree with me? I think it's a common sense, right? You really agree with me. Even though if you're negative, of course, it will still have an effect, but it will be more powerful if your mind and your emotion is aligned. All right, so it clears meridian and limb points and block meridian like you're having acupuncture. Meridian points, these are energy points that allows to be to unblock, so the blood is flowing well. All right, energy flows well. All right, activates dormant stem cells in the bone marrow, improves microcirculation. These are tiny vessels and nerves inside your brain, inside your body, in your glands, probably in your tissues and organs. Regulates the glands. This is about balancing the hormones inside your body, and it removes body humidity. All right. It's so, how do you use it? Very easy. You watch these videos here. You can use it yourself. DIY, right? Switch it on, like mine here, and you start just blowing. There is a blue light, all right. And you might be wondering, is the blue light good? Yeah, blue light's good, right? But it's not really for the purpose of the blue light therapy, just like that. You know, there's no intention. But some people, they tested it. It's really, really good, the blue light that we have here. But basically, it's a target light. So you would know where you're targeting. So that's the basic of the blue light. And you can use it yourself. All right, very easy. Switch it on. Select the heat that you like. 1, 2, 3 for classic. All right, if you're comfortable with one, then focus, move it upside down, circular motion. Don't burn your skin, and blow it where there is affected and uncomfortable area. That's all. You can use a stand. All right, it can be used by babies, elderlies, no age limit. It's 100% safe. Best against inflammation. All right, aches and discomfort in the body. It removes blockages in the body, and it's very great for skin. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to have firm, glowing skin, use this on your skin, all right, after you take a bath and before you sleep, after you have washed up, all right. It's very good. Now, where did you get the stars? This is a result after 62 clinical tests, all right, and 62 human beings tested by Beijing Science, and this is the result. Number one against inflammation, all right. And this is not tortured, okay? This gentleman here is not being tortured. It's just a reaction of a blockage. So sometimes when you use this, you got this reaction, all right? The pain shows that there is a blockage on his upper left side of his chest. So continue, be guided, take it slow, drink lots of water. Once the blockage is clear, no more reaction such as this. Activate stem cells in the bone marrows. Okay, you blow this on your spine. It activates adult stem cells. Now, the brain releases stem cells and directs stem cells to where it's needed. That's how it is. But here, when you switch it on, it activates hibernating stem cells. And they release, the brain will direct them, hey, go to the liver. We need new liver cells, all right? We need new kidney cells. Go there. As you keep doing this, using this device on your spine, 5, 10, 15 minutes on your spine every day. This is what Hippocrates said. If there's a way to hit the bones, then all diseases can be treated. Heat that bones, release the stem cells using this device. You're going to look younger. 10 years younger, 5 years younger. Your friends will be like, what has happened to you? How come you're younger? Darker hair, firmer skin, all right, stronger. This is the technology. We have now, all right, we have now decoded the secret. This is the missing link, all right? Now, patented device. This is the only one in the world. We are the company that is distributing this all over the world, all right? We have passed through safety, efficacy test, conformity, and human clinical trials. And in fact, before we release this into the market, our partner manufacturer and scientists have done 6 years of research and development. Imagine that, 6 years of research before they was launched. So it is really, really like thought of. It's the design, the frequency, the microchip, the optical cords, everything is really thought of. And after 6 years, this is the outcome, the classic, the premium, and the pro. The first prototype cost 400,000 US dollars. I mean, only the billionaires can afford 400,000 device, and it looks like a bazooka. But today, at a very cheap price, everybody can afford, every household can have this, and that is our mission. Every household should have this device. All right, and Prive International is the only exclusive world distributor of these devices. And if you see anything in Amazon, eBay, in Lazada, Shopee here in Asia, those are fakes, all right? Don't buy them. It's a waste of money. Get the ones that has all the results already, because you got the return on your investment, all right? Skin Beauty, Jen Amber, check her YouTube. She has a mind-blowing review. She's totally amazed with this device. Celebrities, ladies are using this for their skin. So ladies, use this on your skin every day. You have a good, firm, glowing skin. Charge your water, all right? 1 minute for a glass, 2, 3, 5 minutes for a pitcher, bigger. And what happens, this becomes a low frequency resonance water, which is 7.8, and the molecular structure is linear, meaning very, very small. which is very tiny that can be highly absorbed by your cells. It neutralizes free radicals, increases oxygen content. And this is what happens. These are the benefits of drinking this water. So again, never drink unstructured water. You have to drink structured water all the time. All the time. This is what the doctor Water said. Always drink structured water because water has memory. All right. Sometimes when you drink the water, you talk to the water, and the water will absorb the good energy. All right. You say I love you, thank you. You drink that, it goes into your system. But you say I hate you and all this stuff. Water has memory, and this good energy, good frequency is captured by the water's memory. And once you drink them, it has wonderful effects in your body. 1 hour of IteraCare therapy is equivalent to 10 times of acupuncture. Now, this is based on benefits: 20 times of cupping, 30 times of gua sha, and 40 times of massage. The benefits of heat. That's why I always say remove your clothing. All right. If possible, of course, don't remove them in public. All right. Go into your room, remove your clothes, and do the therapy yourself. Let the heat be absorbed by your skin. All right. It's very powerful. It boosts your immune system, increases metabolic activity in your cells, cellular oxygenation, blood flow will increase, metabolizes waste products in the body, soften connective tissues, relaxes your muscle fibers, reduces joint stiffness, and it's a very powerful killer of any discomfort in the body. And again, it increases your immune system up to 5 times. Your pets can enjoy. Wonderful testimonies. Even a vet said, wow, we have never seen such device that has helped our dogs, our pets. This is perfect for your pets. Your dogs will love the energy because dogs are sensitive to frequencies. Even your vegetables and fruits, you can charge them. All right, ladies, ditch out all your hair dryers. Don't use them anymore because they have a very high radiation that's linked to insomnia and Alzheimer's, loss of hearing, chronic depression, cardiac problems, diabetes, and cancer. So throw them, use IteraCare. You will have wonderful results. Volume of your hair is there, darker hair, wonderful hair, your skin, and even your brain. So we don't recommend pregnant women to use this at all. If you're menstruating, don't focus there. Don't blow in the groins. Congenital heart disease, don't blow in the heart. If you're high blood, don't blow on the crown of your head. And bypass any object that is inside your body, especially if it's metal, titanium, stent, and pacemaker. Don't blow that, bypass that. You can blow in other parts of the body. If you have open wounds and fractured bones, bypass that. Again, if you have any question, go to the person that invited you here, the sponsor. All right, we can give you the guide. We have a lot of support pages and groups where you can join. You can watch videos all over YouTube, all over Facebook that can help you accelerate your results. All right, zero radiation. This device has none at all. It's very, very safe. As you can see in this video, they tested an induction cooker. It has over 1,000 reading of electromagnetic frequency, which is very harmful to your body. And when they started to switch on the Pro device, you can see that zero, zit, not even a flinch right there. Not even a flinch, all right? Now, how much is this device? In the US, it costs $350, inclusive of shipping wherever you are. In the Philippines, $320 plus $500, that's $16,500, inclusive of shipping. Different pricing in UK, $420, Europe, $499, India, $440. All right. In other parts, it's $460, $380. Depends because of taxes and duties. For more information, ask the person that invited you. Go back to them. They can help you your purchase. And if you want more, you get more and give them away. If you're a millionaire and you're hearing my voice, get the Pro. $3,500. Buy as many as you can and give it as a gift to your neighbors, to your old folks, to your friends. Make them happy. Let them join my Zoom. All right. And we'll teach them, educate them on how to use the device. All right. And if you're hearing me, and if not, money is not a problem, get the Pro. The Pro is robust, bigger. You can use it over an hour. It has 6 features, cooling effect to close the pores. So if money is not a problem, get the Pro. Huge opportunity, which later